Biafra. Gowon narrates how Ojukwu twisted Aburi's record, what caused civil war. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to hear this morning. As our headline for this morning says here, that Biafra. Gowon narrates how Ojukwu twisted Aburi's record, accord, what caused the civil war. A former military head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, has revealed what transpired before the Nigerian Civil War between himself and former Biafra warlord Udumegu Ojukwu. Well, Nigerian Punch report that Gowon narrates what led to the war during an interview with Daily Trust to mark his 90th birthday. During the interview, Gowon restated his belief in a united Nigeria, stressing that he does not regret his action during the Civil War. Asked by the interviewer about what actually transpired between him and Ojukwu in Aburi, Ghana, Gowon narrated, well, Ojukwu used to say, on Aburi we stand, and I would say from Aburi you will fall. The story of Aburi is that we had been trying everything to be able to meet in Nigeria to resolve all the unfortunate things that happened, the killings and all the katakata after the January 15 coup. I, I was to go to Ibadan the following day, but I was informed that I could not go because there was a reception for office coming to the brigade. Officers like me being posted to that brigade and other from the brigade being posted out. There was a reception by the brigade commander of officers like me and others, and I had to attend on that Friday night to ensure that I did the correct thing in that unit. So that evening, I went for the reception, and when it ended, I moved to Ikeja to stay for the night. Unfortunately, later that night, there was commotion. I was wondering what it was, but nobody told me anything, and I was to take over the battalion the following morning. Then there was movement of troops, the vehicles in the unit. After some time, it died down, but after another 2 to 3 hours, there was greater movement and commotion, and I was wondering what was happening. There was a big calling all the troops to a master parade. Master parade. I was wondering and looking through the window to see what was happening. Luckily, I saw one of the officers, the adjutant of the unit, Campi Martin Ademo, who is late now. He later became a general. I saw him passing by the duplex, a temporary quarter that I was to stay since the commanding officer resident was not ready yet for occupation. I asked what was happening, but he wouldn't say anything, so I decided to go down and find out. When I met him and asked what the commotion was all about, he said General Agui Rossi, who was the general officer commanding, came and told them that there was some crisis in town affecting the Prime Minister Tafawa Baliwa and Oteke Egbo. The finance minister, he had come to seek some assistance to see if he could deal with this problem. My first reaction was, why Irosi? Why not Babangida? Because the chain of command should have come through him. Irosi should have told the brigadier, who would have related to the battalion commander. However, I asked where he was, and he said he was at the master parade area. So I had to change into civil clothes to see what was happening. When we got there, he briefed me saying that he wanted some unit to be prepared so that they could go and deal with the situation. When he finished, he asked if there were questions. I did not know that by that time all the senior officers from my school, the Malamiri Ko Muhammad Abdul Baladima Yakubu Pam, had been killed. One of my good friends, Otto Unigbe from Uzublu, was also killed, and I didn't know. I went and I got the quartermaster to get some military uniforms, boots, hat, etc. And I went into town. Luckily enough, we were able to deal with the coup in Lagos, but in Kaduna, they succeeded in killing the premier, the emir, his wife, and other officials. They were certainly in command, but at least in Lagos, which was the headquarters, we were in charge. I was able to get all other units to make sure that at least they did not go along with what had just happened. That was how I got involved and I tried to get things under control. However, it got to a stage when the leadership could not do anything to put things right, but we tried to see if we could meet within the country. Of course, Ojukwu said that with what happened, he could not be sure of his safety. He asked if we could also go to the east or midwest, which was supposed to be neutral for a meeting since the whole thing seemed to be north versus east. We got one of the British Airways aircraft for us to meet in the air or one of the British naval ship. Every effort was made both by the Nigerian and the British for us to meet, but at the end, we had to agree to meet in Aburi. That was where it all started. I think we went I think we went there early January, and as far as I'm concerned, we were going for that meeting so that we could agree as military officers. When I went, I did not take my secretary to the government and officials like advisors, but of course, Ojukwu had a different intention. So he came with all his advisors and prepared a memorandum, which he wanted to be, the solution to the problem, as if we were to do an agreement in a class. I said no. I joked with him and I said he came with a pink solution paper. At our training in senior courses, students wrote on white paper, but the staff had another green paper or something, and the solution paper was usually pink. It was from his paper that he was reading all the conditions, things he wanted done. We discussed them. We had 2 days there. The agreement was that when we when we got back, I would be the one to make a statement on the areas we agreed on. Well, that is not all, but what I can say for you guys concerning the story of what Gowon is saying concerning the whole Biafran War scenario. Like, we all know the story of the Biafran War, and it was one of the most devastating events that ever happened in Nigeria history. And this is Gowon's side of the story, and believe me, it is very long as I'm looking at it right now. And a lot of people are saying a lot of things. A lot of people are saying that it was Gowon that started all this, saying that he ordered the killings of Igbos. A lot of people were like, a lot of comments are just steaming up on social media, but it was actually Gowon who started the whole civil war of a thing because he disagreed on what was agreed in Aburi, Ghana. So it's not actually the Biafrans because he's saying that it was Ojukwu that started all this confusion, started this and that. He declared him. No, 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 no. It was, let's just say that Gowon wanted himself to be in 100% control. Yes. And that is why he's hated by every southeasterner or every southerner in Nigeria. In Nigeria. Well, we all hope that nothing like the civil war will ever think of happening in Nigeria ever again. What do you guys think? Drop that same comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. You can tap the subscribe button as the notification bell so that anytime I have any video, you get the full part of this in the coming future to come. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have one for the ahead of you.